What up, my fans? I want to talk about something that is actually a pretty interesting topic that I've just really thought about with all these different toy lines that have been coming out. What do you think is the best scale to really collect, or the standard scale that is today? Now, let me start with the tallest scale, the mainline scales, because there's other different scales that they make toys in 10-inch scale and 5-inch, which really aren't like the main ones, but the main three are 12-inch, 6-inch, and 3/4-inch or 4-inch, whatever. There's also quarter scale stuff, but that's more like collectible things, and you only really see that from Star Wars once in a while, and maybe some Marvel stuff here and there, or really sideshow collectibles. But really, like the 12-inch, it's Hot Toys. Now, I think the best figures are the most detailed, and the best figures are in the 12-inch scale. Unfortunately, the big thing is you don't really see them at retail. They're really Hot Toys you have to get from specialty stores or online from Alter Ego Comics, maybe at Toy Store, whatever, Sideshow Collectibles. And if you do see things in 12-inch scale, like the Neutron Ultimate Sam Flynn, it's really pricey at $40, and a lot of the new stuff like the Marvel icons that Hasbro still make, like they did Nightcrawler and Phoenix and a few others, those don't really sell that well, and if we get those, they're only like maybe 4 a year. So anyone that's collecting 12-inch scales have to either spend a lot to get like 150 or more on Hot Toys figures, or really you don't really get that many characters or figures to collect. So let's move on to the big standard, which is 6-inch scale, or at least I think. Now, we started off with Marvel Legends, and the equivalent of that, which became DC, from DC Superheroes to now standard DC Universe Classics. Now, these two lines are definitely the best of Marvel and DC 6-inch scale, hands down. They are the most articulate and detailed, and even though DC Universe Classics have some awesome sculpts, the paint apps and articulation are not the par of the Marvel Legends. But the only bad thing about this, with Marvel Legends, we only get like 6 new figures a year, hopefully more when the new Marvel movies come out. Please have to make more Marvel Legends. And with DC Universe Classics, we get a lot of figures come out every year, but they're retailing for $15. And then when they do come out, the new lines are always sparse, and takes them many months before we get like the next wave standard in Toys R Us, Target, whatever. Like we still get wave 6 or 7 standard, which I mean we're up to wave 15 now, so it's kind of weird. But now let's talk about which actually is more accurately the new standard, which is 3/4-inch scale. I know this, like the main lines, like the two of the biggest toy lines that have been in this scale now have been Star Wars and G.I. Joe. But now, Marvel and DC have been really the standard in this scale too, which Marvel Universe, which is the equivalent of the 3/4-inch scale of Marvel Legends, and DC Infinite Heroes, which is the equivalent of the 3/4-inch scale DC Universe Classics. Now, I have to say, as much as that I don't want to say this is the main scale of toy manufacturers, I sad to say this, between Star Wars being in the scale for a long time, and Star Wars have come out with 12-inch figures from Sideshow Collectibles and Hasbro, but I don't see them ever making 6-inch Star Wars figures standard, or G.I. Joe, same with that. They did kind of with Sigma 6, but they're going to be stuck in this scale, pretty much down the line. And the big thing that has to do with that is playsets and vehicles. Now, I'm big on playsets and vehicles. That's why I collect G.I. Joes, that's why I collect Star Wars, because I love the vehicles. Now, I think what Marvel Legends and Marvel Universe and DC Infinite Heroes could benefit from this is more playsets and vehicles. Now, we've gotten a lot of cool playsets from both G.I. Joe and Star Wars, but I think that Marvel Universe really needs that. And with vehicles and playsets, I'd love to see a Marvel Universe playset for the Avengers Tower, the Daily Bugle for Spider-Man. We can get the Baxter Building for Fantastic Four. And speaking of Fantastic Four, we can get the Fantastic Car. We can get the Punisher van, which is just like with the A-Team van, we can really easily do. We can get the a Ghost Rider with his bike, or Logan with his bike, which we did get a deluxe Logan with his bike, or the X-Jet for X-Men. So many things. The Danger Room playsets like we got from Toy Biz back in the day. In DC Infinite Heroes, I mean, come on, we got the Batmobile, we got the Batcave, we got Fortress of Solitude for Superman, we got the Justice League headquarters. So I think that both Hasbro and Mattel could really benefit from this, and really, I think that would make me go over the collecting more Marvel Universe figures is playsets. And I don't know, like, I have to say that as much as I love Marvel Legends, I'm really getting really turned on more to Marvel Universe, just for the fact that also another big reason why the scale is probably big with collectors and kids is that it takes up a lot less space than the 6-inch and of course the 12-inch figures. Now, if you are a person that likes to collect a lot of characters or a completist, it makes more sense, and also on the production value, that these lines cost a lot less money to produce more figures on the scale, and that's why Hasbro has been, they've done such a great job with their 3/4 inch scale figures with Star Wars and G.I. Joe and now Marvel Universe, and Hasbro is really kicking ass with this scale. Mattel not so much. Now Hasbro has great articulation with the Marvel Universe line, G.I. Joe, and even Star Wars to a degree, even though that they don't have really hip joints. But the DC Universe, DC Infinite Heroes line, Mattel is really lacking in both sculpts and in articulation. I think they're definitely not up to par to the DC Universe Classics, whereas Marvel Universe is definitely more in line with Marvel Legends in a smaller scale. Now, I know a lot of people, like I said, I love Marvel Legends. I still love it. I wanted to go strong. But Marvel Universe, definitely, if it had playsets and vehicles, I think, in both kids and collectors, I think it would be a top Marvel selling line. And I know with, having more playsets and vehicles, I think it was just, for kids and for collectors, I think it would be great for displays. And I mean, Hasbro is really up the scale in their like detail and paint outs. But I don't know, what do you guys think? What do you think is the standard in scale? Do you think that all toy lines should be stick to one scale, like 3/4 inch or 6-inch, or even try for 12-inch? What do you guys think? What is your favorite scale out of all these different toy lines that come out? Because wouldn't it be great to have Darth Vader, fight Darth Vader with Iron Man, or Cobra Commander with like Batman, or I don't know, just like so many different toy lines. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below.